Your first project, Ray Winston, dropped in 2016. You went to go on to release F Your Life, Praise Mine, Scum, and 2018's Roman Abramovich.
Roman Abramovich, that's right, yeah.
What do you remember about recording your first project, and how do you think you progressed from that point till now?
I recorded Scum first, actually, and that was the week I decided what my name was going to be in terms of the Flyy Hooligan. And that week I recorded Scum, and if you hear Scum, you will notice that my voice is a lot deeper, like closer to my speaking voice kind of thing. And firstly, I will explain the reason why that is. My speaking voice might be slightly different from my spitting voice, is because what I'm spitting is very expressive, and it's like it's my idea of vocally, it's my idea of showing how much I enjoy what I'm doing, expressing that enthusiasm for it that I'm doing, and just don't care, like, you know what I mean? It's just free. It's free, man, you know. So yeah, I recorded Scum, and the most recent, so in comparison to the most recent project, like Fuck Your Life, Praise Mine 2, I would say I'm a lot more, I know myself now, you know what I mean? I'm a lot more aware of what it is I want to do, and how to trigger my fans, and you know what the phrases that apply to my style now, you know what I mean? And when they hear that, or when someone new hears that shit, it's like, oh, who's that? Like, you know, and oh, that's Hooligan, man, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I know that now, you know, and that's the difference between Scum and FYLPM2, you know.
How has the US response been to your music so far?
It's been great, man. You know, it's humbling. Again, like I said, you know, like New York, Bronx, Brooklyn, those are the meccas, like, you know what I'm saying? That's the mecca of hip hop, you know what I'm saying? And to get love from there, and LA, other parts of America, Canada, even Japan, Australia, you know, like people buying your releases in the bundle, like not just like 1 or 2 units, I'm talking like 5 upwards, you know. It's like, that's very humbling, you know, and the response has been good, and I know it's gonna get better because I'm gonna give much more, you know what I mean? I don't have no intentions of stopping at the moment, man, you know. So yeah, man, the response has been good, to answer your question. Yeah.
The hip hop scene in London, what's it like? I mean, has your town embraced your music, or are they slowly catching on?
Slowly catching on. That's how it goes, unfortunately. Well, it's not
town?
Unfortunately, nah, man, yeah. It's not unfortunate. But that's just the process. That's my process. That's what's written for me. That's how it's gonna be. And I know my town will catch on to it, you know, because Declaim was here not too long ago, and I introduced myself to him and explained to him, you know, I'm working with one of his 2 of his closest peoples as well. And you know, Declaim was like, yo, like, for you to be working with them, that says a hell of a lot, you know what I mean? And then, you know, right then and there, like, he co-signed me to a lot of his fans, and like, and a lot of his fans were from here, like, so this was like just down the road from here, actually. And you know, a lot of his fans were like, wow, how do we not know about you, you know? And I'm like, because that's the process. It takes for someone outside, it takes for an outsider to co-sign one of your people for you to latch onto that, you know. And I know it happens out there in the States as well.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of dope MCs out there that are not getting any love from their state or even their hood, but they can't walk about out here, man, you know what I'm saying? And that was the same, kind of like the same story for Flyy, Estelle, even Omar, you know what I mean? Like, these are like phenomenal writers. Flyy, I was a little child, man. I used to go watch them perform for free of charge. About 20-25 minute drive from here, you know what I mean? And I always remember being mesmerized by Marsha Ambrosia's vocal artistry,
Crazy,
man.
yeah.
Amazing. And her writing skills, oh my God, like say nothing. Like it's next level, like, you know. And they weren't getting any love out here like that. They were getting love in a certain circuit. But the love they get now in comparison, different, you know. And initially people thought like they were from Philly or something like that. And a lot of us out here were like, no. Those are our people, like, you know. And then just completely broke the mold again, like with the Butterflies joint, you know, with Michael Jackson, like that again, like, no surprise to me, like it's like about time kind of thing, you know what I mean?
Right.
But, you know, if that's what's written for me, that's what's written for me. I'm cool with that, man. I'm down for the hard work. I'm a hard worker, like I'm a field Negro, man, not a house one. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, I come from a family of hard-working people. You know, get hands-on. You know what I'm saying? And we're not afraid of that hard work, man. We're not afraid to come across people that don't know who we are and won't give us their respect initially, but we will earn that. Hell yeah, like it's no problem. Let's make it happen. You know.
Some of your titles kind of force, the album titles kind of force your fans to go and do research behind the names. Is there a hidden meaning in your music that fans need to dig a little deeper?
Always is.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I mean, it's not shallow, man. Like I said, I used to be a very, very, very deep artist. In my lyrics, like there would be so much information in there, it would take you a hot minute, to the point where you'd be like, you know what, I'm good, like, you know what I'm saying, like. But then, like I said, at that point, it was for me, it was too much as well, because I'm like, I've always got to be like this, where I just want to talk about some ill Jordans, like I just want to talk about a leather jacket from a no-name designer, you know what I mean? I want to big him up. I want to talk about him, like I want to shout out my man them, I want to talk about various things like that's going on in the ends. But I couldn't, because I was perceived a certain way, you know what I mean? But then, once I discovered the Flyy, Lamari Esquire, the Flyy Hooligan, it was like, yeah, I give you a title, definitely you go search that name. It might make, it has nothing, sometimes, a lot of the times, it ain't got shit to do with the music. But I'm just giving you something. Go do a little something yourself. This is why I'm into arts and culture. You know what I mean? The music is one thing. I have a track called Lee Scratch Perry. But a dude hit me up, he was like, mate, like, I didn't know what you was on about with that title, but now I know who Lee Scratch Perry is. And I know it's like the groove of your music is kind of connected to Lee Scratch Perry, because it's got that reggae vibe to it, and the chorus of it, ragamuffin and blah, blah, like, it's like, yeah, makes sense. And now I know who Lee Scratch Perry is, and dude is a genius.
Right.
That's it. You know, it's just a way of spreading, in Islam we say dawah, information. It's just a way of spreading information. You know, it doesn't always have to have, if people think like art is a certain construct. No, it has no boundaries. It's limitless. It has no beginning, no end like that. It starts and ends with the artist, really, you know. But then what gives it eternal life is the people that come across it and share their perception of that art piece with one another. And that's what legends are made of.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, like every title, Romero Bryan, again, like I named that after Romero Bryan because the dude is a G. You know what I mean? Like he came from a very messed up environment, you know, and he made something incredible of himself. You know what I mean? He got out, you know, and not too many people do that. Not too many people get the chance to get out, and not too many people come up with that ingenious plan.
Right.
And follow through. You know what procrastination is like.
Oh yeah.
We all know what procrastination is like. In fact, the black community is suffering from procrastination right now. You know what I mean? And you know, every once in a while we get incredible people that come along and battle against all of that shit and persevere. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, you know, you gotta give that up. You know what I'm saying? Even with the cover, the original cover for FYLPM, it's based on that cover. I initially did that cover, and I had my boy Rings of Saturn, my brother, like I had him like just make it look more professional. And basically it's a cover of an Asante Hini, a Ghanaian king, and his constituents. He takes care of at least over 100,000 people. But what's nuts is he's a king, yeah, and he lives out in Germany. He lives in Germany, and he's a mechanic in Germany. But dude goes back to Ghana, and he is he's worth like Ghanaian gold. Yo, I'm talking everywhere. Like, go look at the cover, FYLPM, and then go research that cover. Throw that cover in Google search, and you'll see that guy. Read up about him. I ain't gonna tell you his name. Do some research. You know, there's always something in there, man. I'm not, and again, that's probably another thing that makes me different from everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just putting covers together for the sake of it. I'm not putting titles together for the sake of it.
Right.
I'm giving you a bit of substance. You know, if you feel my lyrics are too, I don't know, vulgar, rude, and too many swear, I honestly, I don't give a shit, man. Honestly, like it's all part of an expression, and it's my human right to express myself.
Definitely.
However, it's also, you know, my duty to give you a bit of information in any way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you will hear that in the lyrics sometimes if you can be bothered to listen. And you will get it in the artwork, you will get it in the titles, you will get it some other way. Even in the music video, Asante Hini. You know what I mean? I'm wearing the traditional royal cloth, the kente cloth. You know what I mean? And that's also lineage, like, and paying respect to the memory of my mother, who was a princess. You know what I'm saying? And she comes from a royal lineage, and she lost that privilege. She lost that right when she got with my father. You know what I mean? Why you getting with a white man? Now we're kicking you out of the family. Like, you've lost that privilege. You know, and the same thing for my father. Why are you with a black woman? Nah, man, you're out of here.
Right.
So yeah, I'm very proud. You know what I'm saying? I'm very proud of what my parents did for us. You know, and the sacrifices they made. So yeah, I am a king. You know what I mean? And we all are. You know what I'm saying? We don't need that. It's all in our bloodline. You know what I mean? It's just gotta fight that procrastination shit to get to that understanding and let it be known to the world. And we're allowed to say what we want, how we want, when we want, with who we want, to who we want. You know what I mean?